Man, what's up, world? It's your boy, the Toothless Wonder, coming back with another video. You know what I'm talking about? Uh, I'm gonna just get straight into it. And that'd be the thing, like, I be having these topics of discussion, but they're also interwoven and mingled with new information and new, just highlights. And here's one of my things. Of course, the Most High's ways are higher than our ways, and His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. But in order to walk in alignment, I be trying to, like, guess like what he's doing, which I can't do. And you know what I'm saying? Just because I just want to make sure I'm sure, right? Um, but let's just talk about the Hebrew Israelite community. And the word speaks of this, right? So the word is true. It's just seeing it in real time and the nuances. It'd be like, God darn, it's real in the battlefield, bro. You know what I mean? Whether it be, the debacle with Pastor Dow and the origins of his church. I actually thought like he had built it from the ground up himself. He actually inherited the ministry and just changed the name from, I think it was a white dude who ended up going to jail for you know sex crimes on young females. You know what I mean? Then I look at the quote unquote religious spirit or the organized religion spirit, in which some of the worst atrocities I've seen, committed to others and myself as well, or my experiences there, have come in, the help fields, whether it be church or substance abuse treatment. You know what I'm saying? Where these people prey on vulnerable people. You know what I'm saying? For their own, and I've seen it like numerous times, uh, again and again and again, for their own ego purposes. And I'd be wondering, cause I got a bad conscience, and I ain't perfect, and I've done my fair share of dirt. Um, but how do you talk God in one sentence and then commit evil under the Trojan horse of religion? It's amazing, and now we're just seeing a proliferation of this. Um, in these so-called helping social sectors of society, hospitals, treatment, like it's all a joke now. And anybody, and I guess people wake up whenever they wake up. But I ain't been in no mainstream church in at least 15 years, and I seen it back then. The money grabs, the feel-good messages, the chiming you into them. But if you ever have a question or your own desires outside of group think, you get ostracized and outed, and then they turn around and tear your name up and tell other people not to listen to you, and they put curses on you and hope you fail. Like, you know what I mean? So I've been peeped that move. Um, then in relation to, some of the brothers that I be listening to on YouTube who, you know, seemingly are attempting to, put something together for the people outside of any organization, outside of being tied into the government or some 501c3 or what, which I believe is stupendous and, commendable, right? I don't get into all the particulars, but then an individual in their fold attempted to set up a situation for a viral moment. I'll just put it like that. And this was somebody in the fold. And I'm like, God damn. Now, mind you, in my own personal life, um, I'm kind of callous to it now. So it's disappointing. Like, I had another one. And I don't even get into it. See, you can't trust nobody. Whoop, 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 whoop. It was more so of just like how real the word is now, and how you have to pray for discernment and trust your intuition and so on and so forth. And it just took me back to uh, my own personal experiences, with partners that I met on the other side of sobriety, and how we started off and, whoop the whoop the whoop. But then looking back, you see these little ways. Well, of course, everybody got their ways about them, I guess. But, in totality, you come to discover that they were wolf in sheep clothing, or they were playing you close at the very best to hope to distract you, or playing you close hoping to see something go wrong that you can't handle. You know what I mean? I'm like, why? And these be the brothers or whoever I was dealing with that I done the most for. I took time out my schedule to, just talk or provide tangible solutions, so on and so forth. where I've had to cut these people off, and it's been about a year since I've done that. You know what I'm saying? And then just this feeling of the need to just really move solo, but at the same time, I'm still working to link with like-minded brothers, but it just might not be my time yet, or maybe he's moving things around to bring in brothers who come from the battlefield per se, who haven't been really in organized religion, who have a different experience of society and having God having saved them about 1,000 times, such as myself, and having to walk the lonely path and see the Lord provide, not just, reading in the word, but then reading the word and be like, yeah, he did that for me, like a couple times. You know what I'm saying? So it just helps me, just more so lean more to the word in real time. Because even with that being said, and I'm about to finish school, potentially on a level up, whatever that means, you know what I'm saying? And then just the pressure I've been feeling lately, the like the mindfulness to be on point when I'm out and about. You know what I'm saying? Not even on no paranoia tip, but just to just be on my ball game, almost to move militant. You know what I'm saying? Um, Wondering, like I have a few people I still stay in contact with through the phone or online or whatever. But then lately I've been wondering where their loyalty really lies. You know what I'm saying? Not saying to me, but just in general. Like, is it to truly, growth development, do, or is it to the world and the system and the fake illusion of finance and whatever identity that garners someone? I've been purged out of all that. And then, attempting to just do right, what I mean, live right. And then, within the family construct, I'm catching more hell, you know, trying to be a father, trying to be a man. Well, not trying to be, I'm going to be one. I'm getting more pushback and, little things, what I'm saying, being done behind the scenes in an attempt to, I don't know, like, knock me off my high horse or get me to bring myself back into subjection of people who live lawless and have no character, and at this point, let me tell, have no soul. So with that, I'm dug in, and of course they got the system involved, which I already knew that was gonna happen. That was the only play they had, um, and I had no problem, supporting, my responsibilities. I put it like that. However, my financial support won't be towards things that I don't agree with, that have led to issues in the recent past, which have led to all parties not talking. Um, so I'm gonna cut this on. What led to all parties not talking, and I'm dug in, and I feel like, and then like other things like my name being thrown under the bus, and which I understand that gonna happen, but it can't keep happening. And then if you keep doing it, when will it stop? And then when will you really do something? And then my man, the Thinking Man's Templar, just made it about spiritual rebellion and how spiritually rebellious a lot of times these single parent black households are, devoid of God and just order and any kind of semblance of functionality, and that's what I'm dealing with. It's very timely message, you know what I'm saying? But I don't feel led to bend or to break. Now, of course, with the system, I ain't really. I gotta play it by ear. But I'm tempted to do this counter tactic. Again, looking at it militaristic, I'm just trying to figure out, is this okay for me to do? Because what I would do would also be to use the system back. But I say people dish it out, but they can't take it, and it might involve some collateral damage. But again, I'm looking at this as war. So in war, you do have collateral damage. The only thing I'm really concerned with, the only thing I'm really concerned with, is the overall objective, which is put myself in a leverage position for y'all not to F with me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this stem from, correcting my child and, what I'm saying, attempting to establish order and, you know what I'm saying? Then they want to tell you how to do that, but they can't do it. You see what I'm saying? And this fear of, like, my daughter's 13, and uh like I fear, and I think Mass Templar was talking about this as well, like the fear of her growing up in this household with whatever's going on, and that her soul might get depleted before it even gets started. You know what I mean? So I'll be honest, like I'm tempted to just walk clean away for two reasons. One, if I'd have no influence or no power, I'm not gonna be no broken do man. You know what I'm saying? Because I value me too much. Um, and at the same time, also, I'm not gonna do that. But then, because the way the system's set up, and because I can't have an open dialogue with and that's why we stopped talking. Cause ain't no sense. Cause you'll just renege on the stuff we come up with, or what you agree to, and so on and so forth. And whenever it suits you, you'll use the system to hinder me or try to cause me some type of, I don't know, vexation. And I know from previous experience that makes you feel happy. Like you're so devoid, and the word talks about that, like people not being able to sleep unless they try to set up a snare for someone else. Um, so I'm gonna pray about running this counter move called Master Strategist, and because I feel like I'm at the point of practically, like I'm gonna have to let y'all know not to play with me. Now I could have been pulled the move, but I fell back on it. Just wait, play it out. So I don't know yet. So I'm gonna pray on it and do all that, because I look at this as war, and a man's enemy will rise from his own household. The most vexation I get, one, I cut off a few people that's closer to me, as far as knowing like interpersonal stuff and so on and so forth. But now it's become the family, who everything I'm attempting to do would benefit them. I'm taking them into account, but they don't see it like that. Nor do they want to. They just want. It's odd how these insecure, narcissist people attempt to exact control over you, while they themselves behaviorally are out of control. You know what I mean? Like if I wanted to really play dirty, like I exploit that. You know what I'm saying? Um, and that's all I see in society, like the puffed upness, or these people who are inwardly devoid, but they'll run these plays to make it seem like they that, but really in reality they're launching themselves off of the backs of others, or they haven't put in no real internal or external work. They, it's like in the black community, being slick and being conniving and mischievous. It's like those are supreme traits. And I used to wonder, 'cause now with, in the hip hop world, things are coming to light. And then from the area where I'm at, where, well, it wasn't supposed he did. Jay-Z had a lot of, I guess, dealings before, kind of going back to New York and coming national. Um, and I used to wonder why everybody like ride that man nuts, when we all know like he's crossed this person, he's crossed this person. It's because deep down they want to do that, especially from the town I'm from, because a lot of guys wasn't really built like that. Now they'll talk a whole lot of yin yang, flex, da da da, until it's game time, and then they run off or they make them excuse. That's why they used to like have me around, because I'm just riding for the town. I don't know nothing about nothing, man. I see y'all every day, but those people will uh, perceive a trait in you that you're not even really mindful of, and exploit that, but the whole time be jealous of you and seek to keep you down. You know what I mean? And then when the shoe's on the other foot, these people reach out to you for help because they know you care or whatever, and they'll exploit or use your goodness against you. But it's not even like they're grateful or whatever. They feel like they got over. So it's just, and then just this chameleon spirit thing that's going on, of wolves in sheep's clothing, and you never really know who's aligned with who, or who's talking to who behind the scenes, or who's really influencing who when you're not around. And I've been just feeling the real need to just kind of do another audit mentally of my social attachment. Like nobody really around me like that. You know what I mean? And I think, in relation to the job, and feeling like, you know, like they were testing me, like they were trying to set me up because they know I'm nothing like them, and I would stand up for what's right, and I was talking truth to power, and I had to escape again. And then when I escaped again, because I did it twice, it was like they got mad. But I'm like, why are you mad? And I think they were mad because they tried to run a play and they weren't successful. Thinking, well, he left once, he won't do it again. I'm too squirm for all that. You know what I mean? And these things are going to become more pronounced and get, darker. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, as they say, well, as the word says, the Most High winks at our ignorance. And you don't really know nothing till you know it. But now that I know it, now I'm responsible. So my due diligence is to just really lean to my intuition, which I believe God speaks through. Even though I don't have a whole lot of tangible evidence, and I don't want to, and then I be thinking not to be high-minded in my own intellect. But it's not really an intellectual thing. It's a spiritual thing. But my brain be like, you don't have no evidence of that, cuz. Like, you know what I'm saying? You reaching now, whatever, whatever. And then as time plays out, it be spot on every time. And I be like, wow. It be the ones closest to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was working in treatment. I talked about this routinely. Bro, it was so wild in the camp that as, information after I left came out, I'm like, I'm like, yo, I'm surrounded by demons, yo, masquerading as substance abuse treatment professionals, but they're all sexual deviants. Which, okay, whatever. Do that, it would make more sense to do that in your personal life. But they were practicing their sexual deviancy amongst the vulnerable male clientele. And these were mostly, well, not mostly, these were all females doing it and getting away with it. And then when I bring it to the higher ups, who are also female of the sisterhood, the people's names who popped up the most, as soon as you say their name, it get dropped. Like, nah, they just making it up. They hate now. You know what I'm saying? But I got evidence, like, of clients and other people saying, yeah. And I'm like, wow. It's crazy, yo. It's real. This is really, at this phase of whatever we're in human, it's definitely a time for the church to kind of walk solo or be amongst the like-minded. But I'm of the belief that I can't will like he'll have to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because when I've tried to do it on my own, it just don't work right. So I'm just gonna allow him to lead and guide me. You know what I'm saying? And on that note, I'm gonna sign out. Whoa.